Tami Jersey Roberts, functional nutrition counselor. Sugar Mastery. It's my 28-day women's weight loss plan. But you might be wondering, like, how I came up with this, because a lot of people think that unless you're diagnosed with pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes, that blood sugar doesn't matter. And I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and it was my goal to reverse that, which I did. But this video really isn't about that. It's more about, how I came up with this, because if you know me at all, you may not know, but I read 2 or 3 books every single week. And for 10 years, I was obsessed with figuring out how to get off insulin, how to get off metformin, how to get off my high blood pressure medicine, and mostly how to feel good, because I was exhausted. I was stressed. I was hungry all the time. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't poop. I mean, I was just miserable, and I looked super old, in my opinion, much older than I was at the time. And then I went to functional nutrition training, and for 2 years in functional nutrition training with Andrea Nakayama at the Functional Nutrition Alliance. And one of the things I learned there is the basic foundation trifecta to good health is you have to be sleeping, you have to be pooping, and your blood sugar needs to be in balance. And I was out of whack on all of those. And I thought, how can I address this? And I just started, of course, reading more books, and a lot of the diet books, every single one of them, they're theories. That's another thing I learned finally in functional nutrition school, is that all these diet books, they're all just theories, and they don't work for everyone. When you're reading them, they make it sound like this is the perfect plan, this is blah, 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 but it's marketing. It's marketing, it's marketing. They're selling the same things to everyone. They're selling everything to the masses, and not everything works for everyone. Everyone is unique. Everyone has different blocks to their weight loss. They're not all overweight for the same reason. So one diet does not work for everyone. I mean, I know this, like I said, I'm eating like cheese and steak and bacon and super low carb, and I had no energy. I couldn't sleep because I was starving, and I definitely couldn't poop. I was just exhausted, just dragging. So anyway, I wanted to show you the 4 books that were used to bring together the 28-day Sugar Mastery program. The first one's called Hangry, and it's about the hormones that need to come into balance, which ones they are, and how to deal with that. So we have over 30 different hormones that have to do with our weight regulation. But again, bringing these hormones into balance is the same thing as when we bring our blood sugar into that lane. These hormones, the hormones are chemical messengers that tell our body to release weight, hold on to weight. They tell us if we're hungry, if we're full. They help us sleep. They tell us, they run our thyroid, our liver, our stomach, our intestines. everything, all the messages running around our body, they keep us in a good mood or they make us feel depressed, anxiety, all of that is hormone based. So this book, Hangry, is really about the women's hormones so that you can bring those 30 hormones back into harmony, back into balance, and get them working properly again. And all of that's incorporated into my 28-day program. The second book I used is Practical Paleo. Now, the 28-day plan has a lot of elements of paleo, but it's not considered paleo because we don't use every ingredient that's in this paleo book. You can see, but a lot of beautiful things in here. And so, but we don't use all of it. It's just part of what I used to get this program set up. Another one that I used is Dr. Mark Hyman's books. He has several different books about bringing your blood sugar into balance. You know, Dr. Hyman says, and I have found this to be true, that blood sugar can come into this magical fat burning range within 10 days. Most people get there in 3 days. So if you do sign up for sugarmastery.com, let me know right away if you are taking any blood sugar lowering drugs like insulin or metformin or any of the other diabetes drugs. Let me know right away if you're taking those, because it could be as soon as 2 or 3 days that those medications are going to have to be adjusted by your doctor, because completely possible. And I'm not a doctor and I don't diagnose anybody or prescribe medications or any of that, but it's completely possible for you to get off all your diabetic drugs, just like I did. I'm off I had, you know, type 2 diabetes, fatty liver, sleep apnea, just a lot of things that high blood pressure, but I'm off all of that medication now. From, you know, my doctor took me off it. Don't think that I just took myself off it. My doctor took me off it. And my sleep doctor took me off the CPAP machine, thankfully, because they've had all these lawsuits going on now and recalls and things. But anyway, I've been off all of that now for over, I guess it's been about 1.5 years, but just feel great. And Dr. Hyman's work was one of the major influences on this program. The other one that we used is the Wheat Belly. Now, again, we don't use all the recipes from Wheat Belly, but we do use a lot of their concepts and a lot of the information about the gluten and how it's so common now for people to have gluten intolerance. And so I hope you'll join us. We're starting on January 4th as a group, but you can start anytime. All the classes are online, all the information's online. And when you sign up, I will actually mail you a physical copy of this book, which is a printout of 198 pages of all the shopping lists, the menu plans, all the recipes. There's real, whole, natural foods that I just showed you the books that most of the recipes were modified from. So I hope you'll get started with us on January 4th. I'll be doing a done with you group starting January 4th. But of course, if you sign up now, you can get started. You can look at everything, give me a chance to mail you this book. If you already have the book, reach out to me and you could sign up for the program for $37 off, which is the price that you paid for the book on Amazon. So sugarmastery.com. And if you have any questions, Reach out to me in the Facebook group, Functional Medicine, Sugar Mastery. Never mind, that's not it. Functional Medicine, Blood Sugar Masters is the Facebook group. Tami Jersey Roberts, if you go to my Facebook profile, you'll see a link to the group right there. So if you have any questions, reach out to me. Tami Jersey Roberts. Thank you.